Hamster Kombat is a scam project or not? Hamster Kombat is a scam project or not? Now we have just about a day more to go for the coveted airdrop, the coveted listing and launching of the Hamster token all across the exchanges, the major exchanges and the minor ones as well. Now there has been a lot of uproar on social media with people venting their spleens about how unsatisfied and discouraged they are with the amount of tokens that were given to them. You know, Hamster Combat is the biggest project by far with over 300 million users. And this project kept a lot of people awake for so many months, for I think over 6 months. And people were actively involved in the whole process. So when the tokens were released, a lot of people were dissatisfied, a lot of people were disappointed because what they were expecting they didn't get. So now the question is that, is the project a scam or what is it? Is it a scam? That's a question on board, and that is what is trending on social media. So on 23rd of September, the channel, the official Telegram channel of Hamster Combat released a statement. So I want us to just go and take a look at this statement and see what they are saying. So this is the statement. It said, protecting the hamster. Then they were like, we've banned over 2.3 million cheaters, enough to fill the entire city of Rome. Wondering how we caught them? Well, here's an example. One person connected over 400 accounts to a single Binance address, while another invited almost 2,000 friends, all of whom were flagged by our anti-cheat system. Now, one thing you realize about this whole project, the Hamster Combat project, is that everything was well organized from the beginning to the end. Buying of the cards, achievements, even the interface of the game, everything was well organized. Comparing to other projects, you realize that everything was well planned and organized. That's one thing you notice about Hamster Combat. So everything you do has an implication. Okay. Everything, every move you make, it has an implication. When you buy this card, it gives you the opportunity to be able to buy the other card. If you remember, one of the achievements, which is the rescue team, slipped a lot of people because they didn't have a card that was, I think, Save the Hamsters. Okay. Representing the flood victims in Dubai. Okay, so everything was planned and calculated. So I did a video talking about how when it comes to people who are cheating, people who are using bots, the Hamster Combat team was going to be looking at the behaviors of players. So how you play the game. Yeah, they are going to look at that through your behavior on the platform. So if you behave like a robot, they are going to think that you are a bot. Now, in this example that they have cited, say one person connected over 400 accounts to a single Binance address. Honestly, that is very stupid, because if you are able to get 400 accounts, why would you connect it to one Binance address? That's not wise. That's not wise at all. You understand? So they were very particular about spotting and eliminating people who cheat. They were very particular about it. Unfortunately, some people who were innocent were also flagged. It's quite unfortunate because I spoke extensively on some of the behaviors you would do to depict the behavior of a bot on the platform. You understand? If you are taking notice of that, probably you might not be in this soup. But anyway, this is what they are saying. They said, we have been analyzing US users' behavior for months before the TGE. We have seen accounts that logged in at the same time each day and were tapping the same exact bezel. And they said, we have taken away 6.8 billion tokens from these cheaters. 50% have been distributed among honest players, another 50% will be burned. So cheaters do not belong in our community. They automate their selling through software to get an advantage over regular players. We care about our players and market participants, especially long-term holders, and want to protect them. So, according to them, they've taken away 6.8 billion tokens, okay, from 2.3 million cheaters. And 50% was added to your token allocation. I know this is going to make a lot of people unhappy because it means that if they take away 50% from your token, the token allocation you got, it means that 50% of this 6.8 billion has been added to it to give you that amount. You understand? So, in actual sense, you made lesser than you had. That's the point I'm trying to make. So, a lot of people are furious. A lot of people are angry. They are saying it's a scam, blah, blah, blah. They actually put their whole life on hamster combat, which shouldn't be the case. But then, is it a scam or not? That's the question on board. One thing I would like us to notice, if you are somebody who has participated in airdrops or partake in airdrops, one thing you realize is that Hamster Combat never charged you any money, like any raw physical money. Like, for example, in other projects, they'll ask you to do some ton transaction, do some transaction here and there, buy this, buy that. In as much as you invested your time in Hamster Combat, and as the saying goes, time is money. But then there was not any transaction money wise when it comes to Hamster Combat. And that is something we have to applaud the team on. Because for other projects, you realize that they'll ask you to do some transaction, some ton transaction. Buy this, do that, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, you might not even get anything from it. As in the case of some of the projects that I've listed. I don't want to mention names because I it's just appalling. Something like Rabbit's Coin, Rocky Rabbit. It's just appalling. You understand? Hamster Combat never asked anyone to do any transaction, and that is something we have to applaud the team on. Yes, they made money from our engagements on their platform. They monetized their YouTube. They made a lot of money from that. But it makes sense to monetize this huge number of following. It makes sense. You understand? But to go on ahead and ask the community to invest their money, and then at the end of the day, when the airdrop comes, it's just dust, it's nothing. I think that is rather a scam. But Hamster Combat has never asked anybody to do that thing. And they indicated from the onset that they were not going to do that. And they stuck to their words. You understand? I know a lot of people were like, they promised the moon, but then they didn't. We still have 1 day to go to the listing, the launching of the token. So let's just hope that the price is good. But even if it's not good, okay, it is, how do you call it? The project is not a scam. That's my honest opinion. You can have yours and you're entitled to it, but that's my opinion. The project was not a scam. Nobody was scammed. Nobody was scammed. And the creators are very meticulous. They are very, everything was planned. Okay. Everything is in some order. And I applaud them for that. And it's something that we can actually learn from. Okay, we can actually learn from. So let me know in the comment sections what you think. Do you think the project has scammed us or not? Remember, we just have 1 day more to go to the listing and launching. So what are your expectations? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comment section. And this, if this is the first time you are coming across this channel, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.